And so that leads me to my next question that a lot of people are talking about today is should baseball do something about the number of times you can intentionally walk someone? And I know we won't have a conversation about this about anyone else. Maybe Judge, if he gets as hot as Ohtani. And you want to see somebody like that hit for the fans who are staying up till 2 a.m, fans who are at the game. What do you think about that idea?
You can't do anything about it because in the end, even if you made that rule, then they would just throw 4 wide ones and he would walk to first base. I mean, we always have those situations where the manager or the pitching coach goes out to the mound and says, don't let the guy beat you. And so you could take away the intentional walk and alter that rule, but in the end, they're not going to pitch to him if they don't want to.
I guess that's true. That would just be like an
old-fashioned
way of doing
don't give him anything to hit, and which I think they told Sir Anthony Dominguez when before he gave up the game-timing home run, don't give him anything to hit, and he did. And that was it. And the Blue Jays were done at that point. They're like, we're not pitching to him anymore.
Do you think John Schneider is going to intentionally walk him to lead off the game tonight? Do you really think that's going to happen?
I don't believe that it's going to happen, but to hear John Schneider's answer post-game last night, where he's like, yep, you can count on this going forward. That was eye-opening to hear that. Like, he's that open about it. Because most of the time, they play coy, they're a little competitive, they don't want you to think that they're being wimps about it. But to hear John Schneider, I mean, he's waving the white flag. Like, no, we're not dealing with this guy because he's playing in another stratosphere.
Yeah, but you can't tell Shane Bieber before his first. Is it his first career World Series start? It's going to be, obviously, right?
Right.
Because I don't think that, he wasn't on the.
He wasn't on the
Cleveland
16 team,
right? Exactly. So you can tell him first World Series batter is on first,
and
then you got to start to work.
And Shane would get it. Like, they all understand. Totally.
Really? Because I would think the competitive spirit in him would be like, to hell with that.
Right.
I didn't wait my entire life for this moment to just have the second guy, right? I mean, am I wrong? Don't you think?
You can't want to be. Do you want to have a guy on first, or you want to be down 1-0?
Right.
It's that simple. You think, TJ, they should walk him to start the game tonight?
Well, I mean, it all depends. Do they want to win?
Oh.
That's the perfect way to describe it, right? That's what John Schneider said last night. We're trying to win the game. We're not letting this guy swing the bat against us.
What about you, Felly? You want to? He's the Dodger fan here.
I mean, I want to see him, but I can't blame him. Guys get hit a home run every
And
time.
what do you think Betts feels about that? I'd love for you to ask him. Hey, what do you think about?
He would be.
That's I mean, this Mookie freaking Betts that you're.
Yeah, but he has not played well this year.
And he has not hit well this year. And he certainly, I mean, the telltale sign with Mookie is if he's popping the ball up to the right side, it means his timing is off. Yeah. I think Mookie would be the type of person who'd say, I totally get it. Like, this guy is so good right now, I'd rather pitch to me than that guy.
Right.
Okay.
Does Dave shake up the lineup because of that? Do you have Freddie bat second?
You can't.
No, you can't back up lefties. You don't want to back up lefties on that. I guess you could. He's always talked about the Teoscar tax. Yeah. That way you bring in, but not with a right-hander going tonight. I don't think they would do that. Who would you put second? No, I don't think you can. I think you just have to hope that at some point the Mookie starts to hit and responds.
Is Will Smith going to play tonight?
That is a great question. So I was watching two people during the game, late in the game. One was the home plate umpire, Mark Wegner. My God.
I thought he did a great job last night. I thought he was
actually
really good.
Graded well. That play early in the game when he was slow with the strike call.
That one, yeah.
That wasn't good. But generally speaking, he had an excellent game in balls and strikes.
Right.
609 pitches. Whew. Out there for 6 hours and 39 minutes. Mark Wegner, what a great job behind the plate.
Do you know what his rating was? Have you looked that up yet?
Eduardo Perez and I talked about that this morning. It was good. I can't remember the exact number.
Okay.
But I think it was only, out of 609 pitches, I think he missed only 18. That's pretty
incredible.
good.
That's great.
Pretty good.
That's good. Thank goodness for that, because that's the last thing you'd want to be talking about this morning, even though that was the first thing we were talking about last night. Yeah. Was like, hey, can you call strike two on a 3-1 pitch a little faster? I mean,
but to answer the question, yes, Will Smith, I think he'll play. I mean, it's that sort of thing where it's the time of year where they understand you got to be out there. It reminds me of a story. There's a World Series ended, I think it was 2017, and Brian McCann was catching, And he told A.J. Hinch, the manager, he said, leave Charlie Morton in the game for the bottom of the ninth inning.
Yes.
Because I'm done. This is the last inning I can catch. I am so tired. Let's get Charlie in there, and so we finish the game here.
And then what do you think the Blue Jays, how they respond and bounce back? What are your 2 cents on that? Because, Dodger fans here think this is a wrap. The last time, Freeman homered in a World Series home game, it was essentially a wrap. Maybe, and certainly if they bring out Cube tonight to start the second home game of the World Series, that thing could be a wrap. What do you think about this?
I think home crowd hasn't mattered at all in this postseason. Okay. So I think the energy of the building doesn't matter.
Right.
And it was interesting. I saw a lot of people say, well, Dodgers have a clear advantage now. I don't necessarily agree because the pitching staffs are so screwed up by what happened last night.
But the whole thing about the Dodgers bullpen being their biggest problem and Achilles heel, and good luck trying to get through the playoffs on that front, they were dynamite last night.
They were good last night for sure. But Roki Sasaki, can you bring him back? Right?
Well, Hoffman pitched 2 innings, too.
I mean, both sides. So you don't know what's going to come out of that. And I am curious about Shohei. Like, we know that he is physically going to try to give it a go, but you do wonder, what is his stuff going to be like?
And what about Springer? I mean, obliques usually take weeks to overcome sometimes,
You would assume he's done.
Wow.
You would assume, and that is a huge loss. Huge. Maybe the most significant, competitive issue coming out of the game last night was Springer being out. They do have an easy pivot point. They've been sort of shoehorning Bo Bichette into their lineup to play second.
Yes.
With this injury. He can go to DH. Now you put Isaiah Kiner-Falefa at second base or go with some other way. I'm guessing Ernie Clement has been so good in this postseason. He could lead off for them.
Yes.
But, I mean, George Springer is one of the best World Series hitters of all time.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.